Lord, it's hot as aardvark balls in here.
So here's to your resolution.
Hi! Wait, where's the hole? There's the hole. Wow, it's gonna be one of those. It's always one of those. I'm always like saying like an excuse, like it's gonna be a hot mess, or this one's such a hot, they're all a hot mess pretty much. So there you go. Hi, welcome back. My name's Heather and this is a knitting podcast. I live in Chicagoland with my boyfriend and our three teenagers and one dog. Just the dog, who's right here at my feet. So if all of a sudden there's some weird edits that happened, it's because the Amazon man has deigned to drive down our street, which is, you know, completely unacceptable on every level. So if that happens, yeah, sorry in advance. But yeah, so this is a knitting podcast. It's been a little bit. It's Friday, I'm off work finally, and I thought I would just sit down and record. I had version 1 of episode 7 recorded previously, and then I went to go edit it, and when I had updated my software on my laptop, like something happened to the footage and I had deleted it off my phone because it's a lot of space. Blah, 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 technical garbage nobody cares about. The long and short is that episode no longer exists, so I'm recording it again, which actually works out because the giveaway closes this weekend, and so I'm gonna record this now, and then I'll record another little piece drawing the name of whoever wins the giveaway. I've been having a lot of fun putting together the package for this person. I've got your book picked out. I made you some stitch markers. I've got your yarn, of course, which I showed in the other episode. And I found some other goodies I'm just gonna throw in there. So like the longer this goes on, the more stuff just goes in the box. So I don't know, we'll see what you all end up with. I will show everything that's gonna go in the box when I draw the name. So we'll do a little segment for that, or maybe I'll do a separate episode. I don't know, we'll figure it out. Beckett, go away, go. You're not getting in my lap right now. I'm busy. I'm trying to do something. Oh my gosh, you guys. Hi guys. So, I don't know where I'm gonna put this footage. Obviously this is a different day, time than everything else, but I'm gonna do the giveaway. So I finally had a chance to put everything into a random number generator. So I'm gonna go ahead and do it right now. I got all your names typed in. So we're gonna do between 1 and what is this, 161 it looks like. Okay, let's see who the winner is. Generate. 141. Okay, let's see, who's 141? Who is this? 141. Vanessa Jones. Wait, am I looking in the right place? Sorry. Vanessa Jones. All right, let's find you in the comments and see what you said. There were so many good books in the comments. I seriously, my TBR list is like crazy now. Beckett, really? Really? You're ruining the moment here. Let's see. Vanessa Jones says, beautiful shawls you knit and are knitting. Pretty yarn colors too. I loved the book Water for Elephants. Fantastic book. Yes, you are right, Vanessa. Water for Elephants was a fantastic book. Okay, so Vanessa, get a hold of me so I can send you some goodies. Here's what I have for the bag. Hold on. I'll just show all of the prizes. So there's this yarn, right, by Knitted Wit, and this is the 80-20 blend in the colorway Pexi. I made you some stitch markers, which are all in this baggie. I probably should have taken these out so I could show them a little better, but I made you a whole bunch, okay? So I won't show all of them, but I did these cute little like leafy ones because, you know, autumn is coming in this hemisphere where I am. So there's a bunch of those. And then I have these cute little stones cut in the shape of moons. So I made you a couple of those too. One is tiger eye, and I'm not sure what that one is, but this one is definitely tiger eye. So yeah, put those in a little baggie for you. And I'm going to include a book. And this is actually the first book in a series. So if you like the book, then you can get the series. But this is called The Invisible Library, and the series is the Invisible Library series. Let me just read a little bit from the back. Irene is a professional spy for the Mysterious Library, a shadowy organization that collects important works of fiction from all the different realities. Right? Most recently, she and her enigmatic assistant Kai have been sent to an alternative London. Their mission, retrieve a particularly dangerous book. The problem, by the time they arrive, it's already been stolen. This is such a great series. It's really fun. It's quick to read. I hope you enjoy it. So anyway, that's that. Oh, I forgot. And these. They're 9-inch Chayu needles. And you get these because I accidentally bought 2 pairs for myself and I don't need 2 pairs. So that will be for you as well. Anyway, get a hold of me. You can email me. I'm going to put a bar below with my email address. Send me an email. It's probably the fastest way, or hit me up on Ravelry or whatever. But emailing me is definitely the fastest way for me to get your name and address or wherever you'd like your stuff sent, and I will send you your package. So congratulations. Anyway, happy Friday. I'm having a beer. I am hopefully gonna go have a couple of drinks with some friends later. There's lots of outdoor seating where I am, so it's actually kind of easy to get together with people and socially distance, but still like socialize. And especially since the weather is, well, it's not nice today. It's not. It's 95 degrees and the humidity is some ungodly number that I don't even want to think about. I was on a rooftop pretty much all day today, which means that I came home literally soaked down to garments that we don't discuss in polite company, as my grandmother would say. Yeah, it was gross. We're just gonna leave it at that. But yeah, so I showered, I did my hair, I'm wearing a dress. My dresses came in from, oh my gosh, I mess up her name every time. Cotton Candy Wear Boutique. I will link her, or put a little thing down here, and then I'll link her below. But yeah, my dresses came in. So hold on, let me see if I can stand up without disturbing the beast. This is really not a good way to do this, but yeah, that's all you get because I'm lazy. But yeah, so this is one of them. I ordered 4, and this is it's 100% linen. I'm super happy because in this kind of weather, if you can't be naked, wear linen because it's the next best thing. I hope you guys can hear the super dramatic sigh that just came from the beast. So I have like a table that sits right here. This is like my knitting spot, if you couldn't tell. And I have a little table that sits right here with all my crap on it. And then when he's really frustrated that I'm sitting in a chair where he can't sit in my lap, he lays himself out underneath the table, all dramatic like, and then just like big puppy size. So anyway, it's kind of loud, but yeah, let's get into the knitting content. I have no finished objects because life has been insane, so story time will come later, but I have no finished objects. I have a almost half finished object. I don't know if that counts. So, and it would be finished except for I really needed my boyfriend's mother to try these on before I finish them off because, you know, I don't know about you guys, but I don't particularly pay a lot of attention to my boyfriend's mother's feet. Maybe I'm weird that way, but anyway, I just wanted to make sure they fit because I had her basic size, but I wasn't sure. So yeah, so I'm ready to Kitchener stitch these together, but yeah, that's one sock pretty much done other than Kitchener stitch, which I haven't done because frankly, doing Kitchener stitch takes every ounce of brain power that I have, and it also takes like complete like quiet and calm around me. Like I have to like put on soothing music. I usually do some meditation before, some light yoga, some stretching. I really have to be in the zone, or else it will just go awry horribly. So yeah, once I can do all of my pre-Kitchener stitch rituals so that I can actually do this correctly, I will finish the sock, and then I'm gonna cast on the next one. And these will be ready in time for cooler weather. So excited about that. That's my luminary socks. Moving along. Do I show my clothes to you, Shawl? I don't think I'm gonna bother, because honestly, guys, I haven't really worked on it. It's in my cute Whimsy Stitches bag, though. It's just hanging out here waiting for me to remember it and give it some love. I'll come back to it. But in the meantime, there have been other things that have been cast on that have unfortunately supplanted this little guy in my queue. Oh, heads up. I am doing the Casapinka Mystery Knit Along, the Sharon Show shawl. So if you do not want to see anything, and now I'm only on clue 2, everyone else is on clue 4. I'm behind as usual. But if you don't want to see anything, or you're also behind or whatever, you have been warned. I'll try to put like a screen thing up here. Oh Lord, am I recording? Okay, I am, thank goodness. I'll put up a big warning thing, tell you when to turn the camera back, no, turn the video back on. Editing will fix all of this, I promise. Okay, so I will show that in a minute, but first, okay, so I'm gonna kind of combine my like stuff I've bought and new cast on whip thing, because I'm super excited about this. Oh my gosh. So wait, hold on, everything's a mess right now. So I ordered some yarn from Arctic Crafts by Bente, and what is all over my bag? Oh, that's not, okay, so this is what happens when you take your knitting out in public, but anyway. So I ordered a sweater's quantity of this yarn by Arctic Crafts by Bente, and this is her Gold Sport. It's 80% merino, 20% nylon, 100 grams, 300 meters is superwash, and it is the colorway, I'm not gonna pronounce it because I will butcher it, but I'll put it below so you can see it. But it is a mountain that's near her home, and the yarn is gorgeous. It's so pretty, you guys. I'm really excited. And it's knitting up so pretty. I'll show you in a second. But yeah, like I like yarns that are super colorful, but I also really appreciate yarns that have a more like subtle palette, I guess. Like there's a lot going on in this yarn, but from far away it just kind of looks gray. But it's like, once you really look at it, there's like every color in the rainbow in here, but it's not like loud in your face, like, I don't know. It's perfect, is what it is. And I'm really excited about it. I cast on the Rift sweater by Jacqueline Cieslak. I think that's how you say her name, I hope it is. And it is coming out so pretty. And I am alternating skeins. Thank you, Bente, for the reminder. She was so sweet in the notes. We were talking on Etsy and she was like, don't forget to alternate skeins. Oh my gosh, I'm unraveling it, you guys. Oh no. Oh no. Well, that's gonna have to get fixed. You booger. Oh, there's a bunch of stitches that came off. Okay, hold on. Mayday, mayday. So I partially unraveled my sweater, and I'm also sweating like somebody who just ran a marathon. Oh my goodness. I hate the heat, you guys. I hate it so much. I know everybody in the Midwest complains about the winter and the snow and the wind, and just bring it on. This whole summer thing is just for the birds. I could never live in Florida or Arizona or any of those other crazy places where it never gets below 50 degrees or something insane like that. I can't even. Yeah, no, heat is not my friend. I swear. My mom's side of the family is from like England and Ireland and Germany, and my dad's side of the family is from Sweden and Norway. And like, I'm just not, there's nothing in me that is like okay with hot weather. Like, I'm not built for it. I'm not built for it, not built for it. So anyway, that's enough complaining. Back to the sweater. Wow. Hold on a second, guys. Cheers. We're recording, right? Yes. Okay. So here's my sweater, which now I have to fix because it's partially unraveled right here. But anyway, I just started the, so I did the little arm tabs, and I'm working on the front right now, which was originally the back, but then I messed up. So now this is the front and not the back. I don't think it's gonna matter, truly. So I'm gonna do the boat neck. Yeah, I don't know why this is weird right here. Something happened with my gauge, I just noticed. But anyway, so yeah, this is a really simple sweater. It's a crop sweater. So it's gonna be like it'll be here. So you can kind of see, whoa, oh, that looks great. Okay. But anyway, you get the idea. But I am loving how this is knitting up. It is knitting up exactly how I wanted it to. Like, it's kind of like sort of a neutral from far away, but like I said, there's so much going on, and it goes perfect with these dresses. Like, I'm gonna be able to wear it over the top of all the dresses I bought, which is great because they're all short sleeve or pinafores. So so yeah, that just extends their use out into the autumn and then the winter, which is great. So I did change this. This is supposed to be twisted rib at the bottom here, but instead of doing knit one in the back loop, purl one through the back loop, I just knit one through the back loop on the front and the back. So on the knit rows and all the rows. Does that make sense? Basically, it created this cool chainmail stitch, which was a total accident, but I love it. And so I'm just like, I'm going with it because I'm super digging it. But I did, you know, do the actual like correct twisted rib for under the arms and stuff because I think you're gonna need the stretch. Excuse me. But at the bottom, wow, at the bottom, I don't think it's gonna matter so much because I'm wearing it over dresses and I don't really want it to like cinch in too much anyway. I just kind of want it to like flow with the dress. So we'll see how it turns out. But so far, I'm really liking it. It's got like a cute little split hem. I dig it. Look at this cute little progress keeper that Bente sent too with the stuff. She sent a bunch of extra goodies actually, which I don't know where they are. I know some of the stitch markers are on another project, but she sent me like a little ring with like progress keepers and stitch markers, and she sent me some tea. And yeah, it was like a whole cute little package. It was so lovely to open. Like, I opened everything and like I barely took pictures of the yarn to like put it in my stash on Ravelry, and then like everything was on my Swift because I was like, I have to start knitting this sweater right away. I was so excited. And then I also got, here, I'll show you real quick since we're talking about Arctic crafts. So I got a sock set, which I can't wait to knit these into socks. These socks are gonna be for me. So I'll have to find a really special pattern for these, but these are on her platinum sock base, and this is in the Grab Your Drink, which of course is the Chevy Rell thing. Grab Your Drink colorway. I feel so silly when I say that. But anyway, so yeah, super cool colorway. I cannot wait. These socks are gonna be so cute. And then I also got, this was like an impulse buy, which is like not like me for yarn. I normally have to think of like a person or a project that something's gonna turn, you know, before. And this one like didn't have anything that came to mind. So I'm thinking I just needed to buy this, and the universe is gonna let me know later what this is for. But I had to have it. And this is like not a normal colorway for me. This is like a real pale purpley baby pink, and it's got like teal and green in it. The colorway is, this is in her Poledale stock, and the colorway is Vintage Rose. So yeah, it's super pretty. I just don't know what it's for yet. So I'll wait until the universe lets me know, and then I'll knit it up. So, okay, warning, warning, warning. I'm gonna show the Sharon shawl, which I have made not as much progress on as I should have. I've got it here in my cute little Elgin Knitworks bag. This came with the kit, so I figured this will be the project bag. It's cute. So I'm on clue 2. And this is the same, there goes the ball of yarn. Well, that's fine. We'll chase that down later. So this is the same designer who did the Breathe in Hope shawl, which, if you all remember, was not my favorite. But this one I'm really liking so far. The clues have been super cute, super funny. They all come with like a mixed drink to make that goes with the theme of the shawl and the whole story behind the shawl and the theme of the clue. And it's just a whole bunch of fun cuteness, and I'm super enjoying the whole process. So here's the shawl so far. It's a rectangle shawl. And if you aren't already doing this, I highly encourage you to sign up, get this pattern, and just jump in with both feet, because it is such a good time, you guys. We're having such a good time. I haven't moved my progress keeper in ages, as you can see. I'm just like trying so hard to keep up with the clues. It's terrible. I'm so behind in my knitting, but life has just been wild. So I'm in this stitch right now, which is called a Thorn Stitch, which I am loving. It's so cute. I kind of want to make like a pair of like fingerless gloves with this stitch. I think it'd be so pretty. But anyway, yeah, so it's just basically like a mismatch of all of these different types of stitches. This section here, which I don't remember what it's called, but it's part of clue 1. This is what she says. So I'm gonna put this out to you all, and you can tell me what you think about this, because this confused the heck out of me. So this is, you are slipping stitches to get these stripes, okay? And you see how this is kind of like puckered, all right? So she warns in the clue that this might happen, and her advice was to either have an alcoholic beverage before you knit this section, which I did, or relax or change needle sizes. But who's gonna change needle sizes in between? I'm not doing that. So I did 2 of the 3 things. I relaxed and I had an adult beverage. It's still puckered. Here's what confuses me. She recommended that you slip the stitches loosely. How in the blazes does one slip stitches loosely? Because all you're doing is slipping the stitch. There's no tension involved, right? I did knit the stitches that were knitted in between the stripes very loosely. It didn't seem to make a difference. So I don't know what I could have done differently with this, other than maybe followed the directions and sized up the needle. But I was afraid that it was gonna end up bigger, because my gauge on this is coming out pretty loose already. So I don't know, we'll see. I'm hoping it'll come out in blocking. But yeah, so far really liking this. I can already tell that it's gonna be worn with this dress quite a bit because it matches perfectly. I'm okay with the colors that came with the kit. They're not my favorite, but it's something different, like different sets of colors than I normally use. I'm not a big like red person, but I mean, I like it. It's just not a color I usually pick up, but it's really pretty. I like it. So I'm going to try to knit my little fingers off this weekend and catch up with clues. I want to finish clue 2, do clue 3, and now we're in clue 4. So we'll see. It sounds like a lot of knitting. The problem is, it's not a problem. This is just a situation. All I want to do is finish my ripped sweater because I'm so enjoying the process. Like, I love handling the yarn. I'm like in stockinette land right now, so it's just like this very happy, you know, I'm doing well, I'm not in stockinette land. I'm actually out of stockinette land. I'm doing German short rows, which now I realize I'm gonna have to tear back that whole section with German short rows and do it again because that part came unraveled. And I'm not very good at fixing German short rows once they've come unraveled. Man, come on, Heather. Anyway, I'm really enjoying the process. So I'm sure you've all had this, right? Where like you have a project that you cast on and you just don't want to put it down. But like, so one of my friends from work, she's my boss actually, but she's also like in real life, or not real life, out of work life, she's also like my knitting friend. And she's also doing the shawl, and she's on clue 4 because she's like this amazing fast knitter. Like she's just like cranking out stuff. Like I don't know how she does it because she manages our wild department. Plus she's like working on her son's wedding. Plus she does all of these projects at home. Like she just builds stuff at her Victorian era home. Like she's like superwoman. And then on top of it, she's somehow cranking out like all of these amazing knitted projects on top of keeping up with all the clues for the shawl. I don't know. I want what she's having because I don't know. Maybe I'll be like her when I grow up. But anyway, but I was like, she's like, oh, I was really hoping we could do the clues together. And I was just like, I have failed. So I'm gonna try to catch up because this is really fun to do like with the knitted community or with the knitting community, and like the Ravelry thread is really fun in Casapinka's forum, but it's also really fun to do it with a friend because then you can like, she's texting me pictures of her clues and her like how they're coming out and stuff, and it's just so fun. So yeah, so those are all my works in progress. And yeah, don't forget to well, that ball of yarn made it like all the way across my family room. That's awesome. So I have been working through the comments on the giveaway episode, and I have been going through all of the book recommendations. Well, not book recommendations. You were all gonna tell me what your favorite book was. And it was really cool because a lot of the books are books that I've read, or I'm in the process of reading, or have been on my TBR list. So I'm really excited about that. But the one that kept coming up, at least that I noticed, that I have started in the past, but I've never really like just gotten into it, is the Outlander series. So I downloaded the first audiobook for the Outlander series because I'm gonna listen to it on Audible. But when I typed in the series on Audible, there was like book 1, book 2, and then there's like book 2.5, and then 6 Outlander stories, and then book 7, and then book like 3.75, and then book 1.5, and then So my question to you, for those of you who love the Outlander series, how do I read this series? Like, what is the appropriate way? Is this the kind of series where you should just read books 1 through 8 or 9, or however many there are, and then read like the prequels and the in-betweens and the spin-offs or whatever? Does it work like that, or is it better to read them like 1 to 2.5 like that? I need to know because I'm really super anal about like how a series is read. Like if there's like, okay, the Witcher series is a really good example, right? Because there's the Witcher books, and then there's like a prequel. Is it the Witcher series? I think it's the Witcher series. I could be wrong. Wow. Guys, my brain is just... Anyway, let me know how I should read the Outlander series. If you're an Outlander series person, let me know in the comments so that I can get this right. But I am gonna start with book 1, and I'm super excited. I have read it before, I remember liking it, so this is gonna be like a revisiting of this. So, speaking of brain problems, part of the craziness that has prevented me from podcasting is I have been having the worst brain fog, like not being able to like string together a sentence. I'll be sitting at my computer and doing work and I'll forget what I'm doing. It's just been, and it's been very confusing. And I've had other things happening too, like my hair started falling out, which you can't really tell 'cause I have a ton of hair, but I lost a ton of hair. Yeah, I've been like putting on weight, like just a bunch of weird things have been happening. And a lot of it I thought might be due to like long haul COVID symptoms, because I had COVID in March, and there's a lot of women in my age range who have had similar symptoms even after recovering from COVID. So I thought maybe it was that. And then I've also been having shortness of breath. That was the other thing, which is a very scary thing for someone like me where I'm active. Like I said earlier, I'm on rooftops, I'm going up and down ladders, I'm crawling in tunnels. Like I do a lot of very physical type things. So I can't just be short of breath while I'm like going from roof to roof, you know, it doesn't really work. So I finally went in and saw somebody other than my regular doctor. I saw a nurse practitioner, and she's like, well, let's check your thyroid. I feel like an absolute idiot. It never occurred to me to go have my thyroid checked or even to ask for it. No one had suggested it to me until she did. And sure enough, my thyroid is not working. So, I mean, it's working, it's just not working well. So, which is causing my brain fog. Your thyroid affects everything. I'm sure most of you know that because I feel like everyone is smarter than me when it comes to this kind of stuff, but I've been very blessed with really good health my whole life, so I haven't really had to deal with too much of this kind of stuff. So I'm just always really surprised like when something happens and it's like, oh yeah, this affects like lots of women, or this is a really common thing. And I'm just like, really? I have never heard of this. I mean, I've heard of it, but it just didn't occur to me that this could be something that was happening. So I went on meds. Things have been a little better, but it's gonna take a while until I'm back to normal. So yes, so sometimes in my podcast where I'm like, oh my gosh, words are hard, or like I don't seem to be very coherent. I try to solve most of that in editing, but sometimes it doesn't quite get there, but there's a reason for that. I mean, it's also that I'm just kind of a doofus, but also we're gonna blame it on my thyroid. So what else? I feel like we're just in story time mode right now, so I'm just gonna roll with that. We started e-learning this week with the boys, like full time with all of them, and honestly, it's been awesome. I love it. They seem to be doing really well with it. I did have to buy a mesh network. And if you don't know what that is, it's okay. I didn't know either until I found out I had to buy one and install it. I have like 300 feet of Ethernet cord also going all over my house, which is, it's fine. It's totally fine. Everything's fine. But yeah, the kids seem to be doing really well with it. And there have been some really unexpected benefits. And yeah, I was really surprised. So for one thing, they're not rushed in the morning. I'm not yelling and screaming at people so that they don't miss the bus, which takes a lot of stress off of me and a lot of stress off of them. It also means that they have time for me to cook them breakfast, which I'm not able to do every single day, but the days that I am having office days, which means I'm working from home, I can actually cook them breakfast, and we all sit down and eat together and start our day off that way. And yeah, they're so relaxed in the morning. They're up on time. They come out of their rooms. They're like big hugs. How did you sleep? You know, just like in such better moods. I can't even tell you. It's like they're just completely different children. And then they do school all day, and we're working through coordinating our schedules so that things are quiet when they need to be quiet. But you know, they come out at lunch or during their little passing periods, and they chit chat about what's going on in their class. Whereas normally I would assume they would chit chat like this with their friends, but instead, since I'm there, they chit chat with me. I'm like, this is great. I feel more connected to what's going on in their school life this year than I have since they were very, very, very small and I was homeschooling them. Honestly, this has been great. I kind of hope that it goes on all year, to be honest, pandemic or no, because it's been awesome. And they're finding other ways to socialize and hang with their friends in small groups where things are more controlled and safe. And in a way where I think all of us parents are a little more comfortable. So all in all, I'm really happy with it. So we'll see as the year goes on. It has added an extra level of chaos to the house, which is okay. And the other thing, of course, is that I can't podcast because my youngest son, his room is too small for a desk. So that means he sits right over here. So there's no sitting here and podcasting because, you know, it would interrupt his school day. But yeah, other than that, it's been really good. I'm really surprised. And I think that's just about it for the week. More craziness at work. It's we had some horrible storms here, like really weird, horrible, sudden storms. And so one of the things that I do for the organization I work for is when we have a bunch of insurance claims, because we're a large enough entity where we're self-insured, I will oftentimes go around with our adjuster and take a look, especially when it involves HVAC, which is my area. And so I've been doing a whole lot of that, hence being on rooftops a lot, which is exhausting. So anyway, yeah, that's about it, you guys. I think I will cut it off here. It was good to be back in podcasting land, and I'm gonna catch up on some comments. I'm gonna do some knitting this weekend. I'm gonna do the drawing this weekend, and I'll pop that in here somewhere. And yeah, I hope you guys all have a fantastic weekend. I'm gonna try to post this weekend. We'll see. But yeah, I missed doing this last week, and I missed having a reason to like come in and like check for comments and chit chat and stuff like that. So I'm glad to be back, and that's it. I hope you all are staying safe and staying strong, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye for now.
So go on, have the last one, though I don't think you will need it. If one thing's for certain, you're all